His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority, same thing in the Navy.
But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination.
007 First Light is a new action stealth game of the famous agent James Bond, all with impressive graphics and a gameplay that looks really fluid and fun, mixing stealth and frantic action moments. The studio developing the game is IO Interactive, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC in some moment of 2026. A thrilling espionage action-adventure game followed James Bond as a young, resourceful, and sometimes reckless recruit in MI6 training program and discover an origin story of the world's most famous spy.
James.
So you shouldn't have.
We're facing a situation of the
Every time.
She's not your friend, Bond. She's an asset.
With respect, Mom. To hell with that.
Alcest is an action-adventure RPG set in a murky medieval world where satisfying melee combat with highly interactive environments takes center stage. Explore realistic locations, learn alchemy, and make a name for your family. The game is being developed by the studio Push On and is coming out to Microsoft Windows only for now, but there's no release date announced yet. As the youngest son of a petty lord, you're no hero, and to become someone, you'll have to prove your worth through sweat and blood. Investigating unusual goblin raids on the county border may be the chance you've been waiting for.
The castle has been sighted again. The Church's orders are absolute. These human sacrifices must be stopped.
We will track the ethereal castle, break its gates, and exterminate the creatures that dwell within. The Demon Lord himself will fall by our...
Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement is the new game of an amazing Metroidvania series. It's being developed by the studio Artplay and is confirmed to 2026, coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. A Switch version wasn't confirmed yet, but I believe it'll be. Unravel the dark history of the Bloodstained universe and explore a hauntingly immersive 16th century England steeped in a 2.5D Gothic atmosphere, enthralling players in strategic battles, crafting, and exploration across a sprawling, cursed land. The previous game was an amazing Metroidvania experience for fans of old-school games, and this one promises to do a great job too.
With me! Cross!
Reaper! Tonight, we start our mission!
The great Silkovsky once said, "One could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth.
A Atomic Heart 2 is
My
the sequel of
answer
an
is-
original and interesting first-person shooter RPG game released some years ago. The second game promises to improve the weak points of the first game, and also bring better graphics, a more fluid gameplay, and a more immersive open world, since it was the biggest flaw of the first game for me. The studio developing it is Munfish, and it's coming out to PC and consoles, which consoles are not confirmed, but probably all of the current generation.
Maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of Atomic Heart 2.
Borderlands 4 is the new adventure of the most acclaimed looter-shooter series. It's an FPS series with some RPG mechanics, and it's being developed by Gearbox Software. If you've never played some game of the series, it's a fun and unique FPS experience with quirky characters and a very fun progression, especially if you play with some friends. This promises to be the greatest Borderland experience. The series is known for being unique and really fun, and it's coming out in September 12, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2, and Microsoft Windows.
This city is a miracle of progress. A finely tuned, delicately balanced machine. But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin it.
Clockwork Revolution is a new FPS game inspired in the classic and iconic BioShock. The game is being developed by the studio Inxile Entertainment, a Xbox game studio, and is confirmed to Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. The release date is not confirmed yet, but is believed to be in 2025 or 2026. Embark on a grand adventure in the steampunk metropolis of Avalon, wielding an incredible invention that allows you to travel into the past and influence key events, altering the course of history. So if you like FPS games with an interesting storyline and a good combat, this is a game that you should keep an eye out for. In my opinion, it looks promising.
And well armed. Let's go and end a few arguments. Time. And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I can...
Your cortisol levels are elevated. Something's interfering, detecting temporal anomaly. Processing
Cthulhu: The Cosmic Abyss is a new single-player game set in the universe of the legend Cthulhu. A mining station in the Pacific Abyss is no longer responding. As an investigator of the occult, unravel the mysteries of the deep. Test your wits and sanity in this thriller inspired by the Master of Providence. The game is being developed by the studio Big Bad Wolf and will be published by Nacon. The game shall be released in some moment of 2026 to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation, and Windows. If you like the universe and stories created by H.P. Lovecraft and also like atmospheric single-player games, this is one that you really need to keep an eye out for, cause it looks promising.
The knowledge, it's beautiful.
Long はるか昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Beast of Reincarnation is a new action RPG game being developed by the studio Game Freak, yes, the same studio of the Pokemon games, and is planned to be released in some moment of 2026 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows, Day 1 on Xbox Game Pass. Explore what it means to be human in Beast of Reincarnation, an expansive one-person, one-dog action RPG built around demanding, technical combat. So if you're a fan of Souls-like games, keep an eye out for this one, it looks really interesting.
Fujigo Emma, お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
Doors. Feuds. I have seen the miracles you so claim. Desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Ballad of Anthera is an upcoming fantasy action RPG set in a fanciful and magical world with a fast-paced and fluid combat style. It's being developed by Tipsworks Studio, and in the game you shall embark on a perilous journey, seek out colossal divine creatures and recover lost and distorted essences set in a sort of open land with challenging enemies and powerful bosses. The game will be a single player, but you can also play in co-op, so for those who likes to play with friends, this one looks very good. And it's coming out in some moment of 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows.
This shall not fall into your treacherous hands.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire
from the towering shadows, vanished into the mist.
Wayward emissaries, grant us the...
Time. For some, heals. For others, it wounds.
Code Vein 2 is a sequel of a beloved Souls-like game released in 2019. It's being developed by Bandai Namco Studios and is planned to be released in some moment of 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows. An epic adventure awaits, where you and your chosen partners explore a vast world, face fierce battles against powerful enemies, and uncover an epic story that transcends time. So if you played the original one and enjoyed, this one promises to be even greater.
Sense of ruin. In this time, maybe the next, you'll find how to save us all.
Crimson Desert is a new massive open-world RPG. The game is being developed by Pearl Abyss Studio from the same creators of the MMO Black Desert. Filled with lot of different mechanics and with a fast and brutal combat style, looks like a mix of an action RPG with the gameplay of a hack-and-slash game. For those who enjoy titles like Assassin's Creed series, The Witcher, Zelda, and general action medieval games, I think you're going to enjoy this one, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC in the end of 2025, but with no official release date yet.
A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace.
There are beings who brought chaos to province. The rifts they have created will return everything to nothingness.
Seeking out my dreaming comrades.
What I can tell you now is that this mission will restore the...
What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzaprom.
High on Life 2 is the sequel of an original and charismatic first-person shooter game being developed by the studio Squanch Games and is coming out in the end of 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows, coming day one to Xbox Game Pass. An intergalactic conspiracy threatens the fate of humanity. Team up with a wide cast of talking alien guns as you shoot, stab, and skate your way through the exotic locales to take down the bad guys and save your favorite species, humans.
Humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
GTA 6 is simply the most anticipated game ever. In the game we'll take control of two different characters, Jason and Lucia, and once again we'll be able to explore the iconic Vice City. The game is being developed by Rockstar Games, probably the most beloved video game studio nowadays. This is going to be a whole new GTA game after more than 10 years. The last one was GTA 5 2 generations ago, so this one promises to be a masterpiece in a matter of possibilities and freedom. The game would be coming out in 2025, but it was postponed and is now coming in May 26, 2026, and the game is coming out to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. PC version shall be coming out about 1 year later.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have. Hey.
Hey.
Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet is the new game of the famous and beloved studio Naughty Dog, the studio responsible for the first Crash Bandicoot games, Uncharted series, and The Last of Us, some extremely good video games, but this one is a whole new adventure. The game was announced not so much time ago, so we still don't know much about it, but it's set in a futuristic universe, with travels across planets and galaxy. The gameplay wasn't revealed yet, but the graphics looks extremely good. The game is coming out only on PlayStation 5, and this is a game that many people didn't like of the first trailer, but we still need to see more of it. Last Sentinel is an upcoming narrative-focused open-world action game set in a distant future in a different version of Tokyo, and the most interesting thing here is that this game is being made by a veteran Rockstar Games director. It's being developed by the studio Lightspeed Studios, and it was announced in 2023, but so far we didn't see much more about the game, except the trailer that looks really interesting, but doesn't represent the real gameplay of the game. If you enjoy sci-fi games, open-world games, and even story-focused games, I think you need to keep an eye out for this one, cause I have a hunch the game will be big, but we have no idea when it's coming out, and neither the platforms, but probably Windows, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. Little Nightmares 3 is the new adventure, or should I say, nightmare, of the franchise, still with a very cool visual and nice graphics, and it's being developed by Supermassive Games. This time you won't play alone. I mean, you can play alone, but with an AI character helping you, or with a friend or mate, all set in an atmospheric and horrifying place filled with all types of monsters. Just like the first two games, here you must survive the bizarre creatures that wants to devour you and also solve the riddles of the runes to proceed to the next stage. And with this co-op mode, it promises to be even more complex now, with the need of a good communications if you're playing online. The game is coming out in some moment of 2025 to PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and Windows.
A rare piece of drift technology has been detected somewhere in the canyon. We need you to retrieve it for study. Well done, Fox. Your sentence has been reduced by 100 days.
Is your work so relentless, little scout?
Scout's job is to explore.
Luna Abyss is an upcoming FPS game set in the famous bullet hell style. If you don't know it, it's one of those games that there'll be a lot of projectiles and things to avoid in combat, just like some boss fights in Cuphead. It's being developed by the studio Bonsai Collective and got no release date yet, maybe 2025 or 2026, and it'll be available on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. A single-player story-driven action-adventure with fluid platforming and bullet hell combat. Follow the journey of Fox, a prisoner of Luna caught between a cryptic prophecy and their prison sentence. The game features a fast and tight gameplay with challenging combat moments set in an immersive universe.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It is not forgiving. To be deceived do not exist among us. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life,
Mafia: The Old Country is the fourth game of an acclaimed and beloved series. I mean, the third game is not that beloved, but there are some fans of it too. The game is being developed by the studio Hangar 13, the studio responsible for Mafia 3. As I said, it's not the most beloved game, but they also did Mafia 1 Remake. That's an excellent game, and now it'll be their new chance of creating a good story. The game will be released in August 8, 2025, to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows. The game will be set before of the other games, in the start of 20th century, and promises to be a game with a great storytelling like the first two games.
Spirit Stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams. Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
Such an ominous...
Nioh 3 is the next game of this amazing action RPG series that was created in the Souls-like style, but with its own personality. It's being developed by Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo Games and is coming out early in 2026, but is only confirmed to PlayStation 5 and Windows so far. You can enjoy an instantaneous and seamless switch between two combat styles during battle, facing your enemies head-on with samurai style and using quick movements and special techniques with ninja style, all with a fast-paced combat and an immersive character developing with many builds, weapons, and much more.
How foolish of you.
Up you go! What are you doing?
Pragmata is a curious upcoming game. It promises to be a game with an immersive story and universe, with beautiful and realistic graphics, and a unique style. The game is being developed by Capcom and was supposed to be released some years ago already, but was postponed, and now it's confirmed to be released in some moment of 2026, but with no specific date yet, and it'll be released on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 and PC.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize? Us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through. What the?
Bypassing first and second firewalls, hooking control protocols. Initiating hack!
Hey, D.I.
I said I am
Okay. Look, how about we call you Diana?